Oh, reindeer. Hello. Makes sense because it's raining. Oh, it's cold out there. I just jumped out to take a couple of snaps and check out this little lighthouse and this big black sand beach that heads that way. The road in here is a little bit bumpy, as you can see, and I just left as another tourist was swinging in. Whoa. Always my hands. My hands are always first thing to get cold in those situations. Very weird. Earlier I drove this in just down the road. I'm going to go past it again in a second. Drove in and these little drops off the road are pretty eroded. There we go. I've started a trend. They're bloody hard to get in and out of because there's like a 200mm step coming in and out of them. So you've got to take them real slow. So I missed that turn when I first came through because there was a car right up my ass. I didn't want to come to a stop there and try and turn in, so I just drove down, turned around and came back. Found a place where I could pull off in a hurry. Just the downside is that some tourists are too slow and some locals are too fast. It's hard to find a happy medium. But yeah, I was driving into that little next turn off and sort of bumped down, and just seemed to upset the computer in the car, and then I had it in neutral, but it just decided that I wasn't going to drive anymore and turned off. Oh no, sorry, it wasn't in neutral, it was in first, but I had the clutch in, and yeah, it just sort of stopped. I don't know if that's the stop-start getting confused or what went on there, but there you go. Seems to be okay now, so we'll assume it is. Oh, reindeer. More reindeer. You're looking the wrong way, you don't get to see the reindeer. The last set of reindeer I saw very clearly because somebody had stopped in the middle of the road to check out the reindeer. And I nearly rear-ended them because they were at the downhill side of a blind crest. Which, here's a tip for beginner drivers and apparently experienced drivers alike. If you're on a 90k narrow road anywhere, don't come to a dead stop on the blind side of a crest in the middle of the road, because that's how you get rear-ended at 90 kilometers an hour by the car behind you. Reindeer or not, you don't get to stop in the middle of the road just because you saw reindeer. You're not a 3-year-old. Muppet. There's some reindeer over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop in the middle of the road, because that's what you do when you see reindeer. That's like 5 people today that I've come across that have done that. end of the day now. It's going to be 5 o'clock when I get to where I'm going, which is a big glacier directly in front of me. It's just a bit of a bumpy road to get there. It's not terrible off-road. I mean, this isn't really off-road, but I mean, it's not terrible off-road ride comfort in this thing. It's not ruining my spine, which is nice. Because some older vehicles are amazing off-road, but you feel like you've done the off-roading with the vehicle, that's for sure. Whereas this is pretty comfortable. I'll give it that. And all that day of driving through rain and cleaning the mud off my car is now ruined through these muddy puddles. It looks like it might be raining at the glacier, which means once again I probably won't be able to use a drone. I'm enjoying how the speed limit says 80. There's no bloody way I'm doing 80 down here. I could, but it would absolutely ruin this thing. Or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe that's this thing's trump card, is that it's actually really robust. Just takes a pounding off-road. But I doubt it. Sometimes you wish your rental car was a little bit less brand new. I do like new cars. The problem is, if it's that new, like this was pretty much spotless when I got it, so you have to be really careful. You don't want to accidentally flick a rock into the wheel and chip the wheel, or run over a stick and dent the door or something, because it'll be really obvious that you did it. Right, where do we go here? Probably that way. Last thing I want to do is get stuck in a riverbed. It's just a bit ambiguous as to where I should go. This is where I'll shoot myself in the foot and run over a stick or a rock. There we go, that's a bit more obvious. Those always worry me. I think this has pretty good approach angles for what it is, but you never know. Like I say, if I just get the approach angle wrong and scuff up the front or rear bumper, it's going to be really obvious that I did it. Just try and go a little bit wider and not stall. God, this clutch is shit. I've been driving this like 5 days and I still think it's got the worst clutch of anything I've ever driven. It just feels like you're putting your foot in a sponge. No bite point or any sort of feedback, it's just mush. Hope that you're in gear. As you're letting it out, you don't know if it's biting or not. There's no responsiveness whatsoever. And they're everywhere. I'd love to talk to someone else who's rented one and see what their opinion is of the gearbox. Sometimes I think I should settle down and meet a nice lady and have a couple of kids. And then I see a family trying to drag their kids along on a short hike. I think, you know what, maybe not. That is my sad or happy, depending which way you look at it, reality, is that I probably am at the age where I should have kids and a girlfriend, but I don't have either. I do not have either. And a lot of my friends are married with kids to varying results. Some are very happy, some not so much. And yeah, I mean, I'm an unsufferable human being as it is. It's hard enough for me to meet a girl that'll actually put up with my shit for more than a couple of weeks, it seems. Until they find something better anyway. So the prospect of having children is very far off my radar. And if I had done it, I don't think I would have been able to afford to do this or work overseas any of the times I've done it. Apart from the first one, maybe. So I'm going to go into Herfen now and get myself some dinner. I'm very wary of this car in front of me now because they just decided, the speed limit through here is 90, and they just sort of saw a turn off. It's not even really a turn off, it was probably a farm road. And they went, do we want to go down there? Well, let's stop and work it out. So I just stopped in the middle of the road from 90 to 0. It's pissing rain and there's a car behind them, and they think the best idea is to slam their brakes on and ponder a turn off in the middle of the road. This is why there are so many accidents with tourists, because they do stupid shit. Like, if you're the sort of person who can't handle driving and making a decision at the same time, just get a bus tour for fuck's sake. These are the sorts of people that should be taking a bus, because they're the sorts of people who are going to cause an accident. There's just no need for that sort of dipshittedness. Now I'm concerned they're going to do it again at some point, which is why I'm hanging back. Not that you can really, I don't think you can see them in the camera anyway. It's a beautiful hill there. And yeah, you're probably thinking, well, if they're so frustrating to be behind, why didn't you overtake them? Well, I can't. There so far has not been an overtaking opportunity. Solid white line. And it's very up and down and curvy, so you can't see far enough ahead to pass them. Knowing my luck, the dipshit will want to turn left the moment I go to overtake them anyway. Here we go again. Another winner stopped in the middle of the road. Come on, you dickhead. It's a f***ing road, not a parking lot. Another muppet. There's some reindeer over there. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop in the middle of the road, because that's what you do when you see f***ing reindeer. Jesus Christ. Here we go. Key example. Stopped. Middle of the road. 90k zone. We are stopped in the middle of the road. Right, now there's another dawdling f*** in front of me. So we may have to overtake them, because they, again, those reindeer that I just saw, they saw them too, and they went, oh, reindeer, and stopped. And they just got going again, and they haven't quite cracked the 70 kilometers an hour mark yet. So I'm just going to go around them and let them f*** around. There's a narrow bridge. There's two things I've experienced many of today, now that I've reached the south coast, is people stopping in the middle of the road constantly, and one-way bridges. Two staples of the south of Iceland: narrow bridges and retarded driving. So I think most of the tourists generally stick to the south of Iceland for whatever reason, which is fine by me, but like some of the driving was bad in the north, and sort of from the northwest to the northeast. It was, you know, you saw some stupid shit, but today has really taken the cake for stupid shit on the road. It really has. There's another Dacia. Popular car, these. Why are they a popular car? Because all the rental companies have them. So you know when you're seeing a fellow dipshit tourist when you pass another Dacia. I've never seen so many in my life. You'd probably see 1 or 2 in New Zealand. You see 1 or 2 every minute here. Might be exaggeration, but maybe not.